We are going to continue with P1, and today's lesson is going to be about negative and fractional indices. So in 1.1 we took indices as whole numbers. Now we will talk about them as fractions and negative numbers. So first rule is that a to the power of 1 over m is equal to a to the root of m. So for example, we have a to the power of 1 over 2. This is the same as square root of 2. But when writing the square root, we don't include the number, so it can be written as root a only. Second rule is a to the power of m divided by m is equal to a to the root of the denominator, here it's m, and a is to the power of the numerator. So for example, we have a to the power of 3 over 2. We said the root is to the power of the denominator. So here you have 2, but we don't include it, so we leave it as it is. And a to the power of 3. This can also be written as a times a to the power of half, because a to the power of 1, and when you add them it becomes a to the power of 3 over 2. Third rule is a to the power of negative m. When you have a negative power, you flip the base and the power turns positive. So here we flip the base, so the reciprocal of a is 1 over a, and the power becomes positive, so the power of m. So 1 over a to the power of m. However, here 1 to the power, we don't include m here, as 1 to the power of anything equals to 1, so no need to write here. So the rule is a to the power of negative m is 1 over a to the power of m. So you take the reciprocal and turn the power positive. And as we know, anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Whether it is a positive number or a negative number, anything to the power of 0 gives you 1. Here, for example, evaluate 9 to the power of 1 over 2. As we said, you put the number under the square root of the denominator. So the square root of the denominator is 2, so it is the square root of 9. And as we know, the square root of 9 is 3, or plus minus 3. Now, another example. What if we had 64 to the power of 3 over 2? How would this be written? As we said, under the power of the denominator and the base. Okay, so here we write is the numerator is 2, so to the power of 2, so no need to write this. So here we have 64 to the power of 3. We know that 4 is, so we know that 4 to the power of 3 gives 64. So 4 to the power of 3 to the power of 3 gives 4 to the power of 6. So we get 4 to the power of 6. So we know if we wanted to simplify it even further, we know that anything to the power of a to the power of 1 over 2 is equal to root a. So 4 to the power of 6 is to the power of half. 6 times half gives 3. So it is 4 to the power of 3. Sorry, I just realized 4 to the power of 3 times 3 is 4 to the power of 9 and not 4 to the power of 6. Sorry. So you have 4 to the power of 9 to the power of half, which gives you 4 to the power of 4.5 or 4 to the power of 9 over 2. Okay. Now, another example is 5 is 125 to the power of 2 over 3. So we can, the denominator is 3, so it is to the power, the root is to the power of 3, and you have 125 squared. 125 is 5 to the power of 3. 5 to the power of 3 is now to the power of 2, which gives you 5 to the power of 6. So here you have 5 to the power of 6. And this is how you can simplify. To simplify even further, you can do 5 to the power of 6 to the power of 1 over 3, which gives you 5 squared equal to 25. And this is indices continued.